Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Grantham Town Football Manager 23 save with me, cwattyeso. I have for you today some Vanarama National League North action. We have two games. Today we have a game against Scarborough at home at the Mears, and then we've got a trip away to Southport for you all at the beginning of September. So it's the start of a brand new month. Pre-season is now but a memory. We are now into full-on competitive action. So let's go and get into it, shall we? Okay, we are doing pretty well. We're off to a good flying start so far in the league. First 4 games, first 4 wins. We're doing all right. Nothing to report transfer-wise, nothing to report staff wise. It's all just ticking along now. Like I say, most of the bulk work that I do is going to be in between seasons. In the summer, in the off season, there's not going to be a lot of tweaks and changes to the team during the actual season, so I don't need to really there's not really a lot to fill you in on, basically, because I'm not tweaking and messing with the club in between games. We are obviously still scouting everybody and letting our scouts do the jobs that they need to do. And let them keep an eye on some players. If I come across any players who are really rubbish, then what we're probably going to do is say, don't bother telling me about him ever again. But I don't think my scouts at this moment in time are just recommending rubbish to me. They're more or less telling me about players that they've already scouted. They're just giving me updates now on previously scouted people. But like I say, we're not really in a position where I'm looking to sign anybody. So we'll just let them carry on doing what they're doing. The only things that have slightly at the minute is one of the players in the team, old Ben Watt here, old Benny Watt, is not very happy because I changed his playing time from being a star player to breakthrough prospect, and he had a bit of a tiff. Not sure I'm going to lose too much sleep over that though. It is what it is. Right. Because, of course, we can't keep promising people they're going to be playing every single game, especially when they're not actually that good. I mean, he's a young kid. He's 21 years of age, bless him. There's a lot of football to be played in his future, so I won't worry about not being a breakthrough star player right now. And being used a little bit more in squad rotation. Stuff like that. I wouldn't panic. Is this the team we're actually going to go with? Or are we going to... They kind of want to bring Shorey in. I know Charlie Caton's okay. Trouble is, we've played quite a few matches now in very short space of time. But we're going to stick with the team. Yeah, we've played, we played Saturday, we're now playing Monday. It's not given us a lot of recovery. That's kind of like Easter weekend. Reminds me of Easter weekend in real life. It does. And I'm not a big fan of that short turnaround, especially at this point in the season. Especially when we've also lost 3 players to international duty as well, which is never happy times when players start getting called up. I think it's a lot of our young Welsh kids. I think we got some young Welshies who are playing for like Welsh under-21s, and yeah, it does cause me a bit of a selection headache when players go off to represent national teams in pointless, stupid friendlies that mean nothing. And you think to yourself, why are they doing it? Why are they playing stupid international friendlies in the middle of football season? when we could be playing actual proper football matches. Just my take on things on this lovely fine Sunday as I'm sitting down to record. On this lovely Sunday, the 21st of May in real life. Sun is shining outside. It's an absolute scorcher of a day here in the UK. I've been melting all morning as I've been recording content for the YouTube channel here. I've been doing some farm sim videos, and now I'm doing obviously this football manager video, because ideally I would like to do some streaming of this next week on the Kick channel, but I wanted to make sure I got a video for you guys who are only here on YouTube watching this before I go and play all through September and October on stream, and then bring you guys back in like November for a quick update before I then go play through all of November and December, and then bring you guys back for January. Because that's how I'm kind of progressing with this series now. Gives me a chance to obviously use a lot of the Football Manager games that are outside of the YouTube video scope, because I don't want to do 50 videos for a season. Gives me a chance to use Football Manager as a bit of a content, as content for the old streaming platform, which is always nice. It's always nice to have content to stream when you are on a streaming platform. Otherwise you just kind of sit there scratching your head thinking, what am I going to be doing? What do I do? What do I play? What do I make? Yeah. It's a lovely day outside. I know there's some pitch maintenance going on in real life today. I know Richard and that have been out there doing Sunday maintenance work today. So big thank you. Shout out to Richard and crew looking after the pitch in the off season. I know you're watching the video, Richard. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're not keeping Anna awake with the sound of my voice. Anna, if you are there, go to sleep. Alright, it's 2-0, but Greg Smith has got an injury. We might need to bring on a target forward in the second half.
Plays it into the box.
We've got plenty of them. That's the one good thing. We have got plenty of them.
Coming here. And he's managed to get to it. Well seen. Going about it too patiently.
Yeah, we've got a few tired players, look. There's Wilkes.
Oh, super goal!
He's a good player here. He's, yeah, I'm very impressed with him. He was a little bit of a slow burn when we brought him in on loan last season. Took a long time to get going, but once he got going and got familiar with the club and the players and the staff and everything, he's really actually becoming quite a very useful winger, right-sided midfielder. And yeah, we're just going to get to... You know what? It's not even worth... I keep saying let's just get to half-time and then we'll swap Greg. We're not going to do that. Armstrong Okaflex. Is he a big lad? He is not a big lad. So he is not going to be target forward material. Morgan Rogers. You are 6'2". You are a little bit bigger. You might be able to handle target forward, but I'm not entirely sure. Deep line playmaker. We need to look at this. Got players going down all over the place here. That need to be changed. That's just the trouble, see. Lot of fixtures. Early doors. Back to back. Despite the fact we haven't had all the like FA Cup qualifiers and all that stuff to worry about, like in previous seasons. Does seem to be quite fixture congested start to the season.
Short and sharp.
Interesting how that pans out later on in things.
Firmly in control.
There's a little Shorey.
Nice level of intensity in their play. Skims one in. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Right, now we should be making some subs. Player changes. New boys on. Good. Right, half time it is then. 3-0 up. Good going. Excellent start, lads. You've blown them away, lads. Good. Macron. We're all Macron outfitted teams at this level. Macron are obviously doing a very good business on football shirts at the minute, I would think. There's a lot of clubs using Macron shirts. Forest in real life use Macron. And playing one of their shirts is very similar style to ours, with the snazzy stripes. And obviously, real life, Forest had an excellent result yesterday, beating Arsenal. Not only does that mean that Forest avoid relegation this season in the Premier League and get to stay up, which is nice, it also means that Arsenal sadly have lost the league. They've completely bottled it. Arsenal have done the bottle job of bottle jobs. The only bad thing about that is that Man City have won the league. And that's the only thing I don't like.
Crowd scene in the middle now. Right in the thick of the action. He's looking to make things happen.
Is that, like I say, Man City have won the league. Because that's the bad thing about it. There's no one else up there. You know? I probably wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have begrudged. I wouldn't have minded Arsenal winning the league this season, because they've not won it for a long time. And obviously anything's better than Man City or Liverpool winning it as a Man United fan. But you just knew that Arsenal were going to bottle it. You just knew. You knew they were going to bottle job it. And they did. Right. Horsfield is looking a little bit of a weak link at the back there. O'Brien, Denver Hume. Kaiser's going to have to come on and play in completely the wrong position. Not great. Armstrong, Okaflex. Is he coming on, or is Carl Edwards coming on? Carl Edwards can come on for Benny Lloyd. And I'm thinking maybe young Michael Owen. Or do I give Wilksy a break? Let Wilksy off. I can leave young Michael Owen. We don't necessarily need to play him today. We don't.
Kick by the keeper.
But yeah, I didn't really mess with the squad today.
Coached through there.
I'm trying to get most of my
It's a fabulous position.
Oh, that was poor, Shuri. That was a poor touch. Should have buried that in the back of the net.
Oh, good ball. With a good steal, well played. Plays it out wide.
So again, it's just trying to get minutes. Players minutes. And get them tactically familiar and stuff. Because it's early season, and obviously we've got a lot of new players in the squad this season. New signings that we just need to get integrated. A lot of them are also pulling in double duty because they're playing for the reserves as well, to improve their fitness, sharpness and familiarity. So yeah, I'm doing as much as I can possibly do. Like I say, it would have been nice to have go full time at some point, because then we can really get to work on the training ground, developing familiarity and stuff with players and tactics. I'll tell you what, oh, they gave a free kick there to them. They got away with that one. There's a couple of times they've bumbled the ball at the back there, haven't they? They've been a bit bumbly and fumbly. Of course, it was also nice yesterday in football to see Spurs lose again in real life. God, Spurs are rubbish. Harry Kane's got to leave there, surely. This has got to be the summer for Harry Kane to leave and go somewhere new. Because he's never going to win anything at White Hart Lane, is he? At Spurs. He's not. And he's just wasting his career. He's going to end up another Alan Shearer if he's not careful. He's just going to end up being the big fish in the little pond and wins nothing. But he's happy because the club built him a statue and put it outside the ground. Well, I think that's quite appalling. Really. You know, professional footballers, at the end of the day, they should be trying to win honours, medals and trophies. Right, we've done the bit that we need to do. Yeah, you had a good game, boy. Mate, won 5 in a row with South Shields. 10 matches unbeaten. Can't wait to play them in the league. Right. I think we kick on now. Like I say, Southport is the next game at the weekend. I'll see you in a few moments' time for that one. Okay, so we're ready to go then with the game against Southport. A couple of players have passed fitness tests, which is nice. Limited to 45 minutes of action for the pair of them, if we should need them. I don't know whether we will or not, really. We'll go and have a look, though. I don't think we are using any of those players, are we? Yengi and Loft? No, they're not in the starting lineup at all. A couple of other players obviously are being rested. We have had a bit of a squad change for the upcoming matches. Obviously because of the Monday fixture. Bringing in some fresh faces. Again, in the early day of the season, it's about giving everybody some minutes, getting everybody familiar with how we play, how we line up, how we do things. And we need to now go and make sure we do our business. So, Southport. I'm so pleased I'm sticking with my own tactical formation here. And I'm not just going for the, you know, the 4-2-3-1 like every freaking team in the game seems to do. I like the fact that I'm a little bit more thinking outside the box and trying something original. It's very easy to fall into that 4-2-3-1 formation habit. But hopefully it'll be a long time before I have to go down that road. Hopefully we can get to the real, you know, football leagues before I have to start thinking about going to the boring formation. Because it's the only one that works in the game long term at top level. Because all the teams use it. Sorry. Couldn't quite find the net there, could you, Lee? But you had a shot. Few black and white fans there look behind the goal. Wonder if that's the Happy Bus crew who have travelled away to this one. The good old Happy Bus, eh? We like the Happy Bus, we do. Happy Bus.
Heave to the back post. Low into the middle.
Oh, Wilkes there with a thunderbolt. Get in there, boy. He's just keeps chipping in with the goals, doesn't he? Keep pitching in. No pun intended. Well, no pun at all anymore, is there? Because we're not in the pitching in, are we, anymore? We're now in the Vanarama. A different sponsor entirely in charge of the league now.
Who's he going to play in? Decent ball.
Oh, should have gone down the line with that one, mate. That was a... Didn't really read that one well, did you, midfielder? Went the wrong way there. Pass should have been down the line.
Good position here. Great play.
Offside.
No?
Totally got a step ahead of everyone else then. He already knew what he was going to do when the ball was on his way.
And Rogers
pleasure to watch him.
filling in for the injured Greg Smith at the minute. He's not as big as Greg Smith.
Chance here. Good position here.
Maybe a little bit more suited to being a striker because he's quick, he's agile, he's nimble.
That is a gem. An absolute
Probably a little bit more of an advanced forward type player than he is an actual target man. There are other players who are obviously better suited to target man though, but I don't think we've got any of them on the bench, funnily enough. Because I think they were the two guys who have just passed fitness tests. So there's the Australian lad that we signed, and then there's the other lad as well, Lofty. It's you know, he's called Lofty, and he plays as a target forward. You couldn't freaking script that.
Oh, wonderful! Just wonderful! What technical dreams are made of. It
Well
was
done, Lloydie.
unstoppable.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the new season goes for Town. Already, over the last week, we've seen in real life a few tweets going out. There are players that sadly not returning next season. Josh Waldron is moving on to somewhere new. Cisse, the young right back, he's off somewhere else as well. He's called it a day at the club. There's a couple of other players who we know probably aren't coming back next season. Ashton Hall, we suspect he's got offers to be somewhere else. Because a player of his calibre obviously is too good to be playing for us. So we assume he's been in talks with several clubs over the last few months because he wants to be obviously a full-time player and that. So he's not going to return next season. There's another player as well, I think, who has maybe gone somewhere else. He's had some offers. And of course, we know about Elliot. He was never going to come back. He was never going to be offered a new deal. Despite the lovely tweet the club put out, which I just laughed at. Because I just thought, seems funny now that now he's leaving the club, he's suddenly a team player and cares about the team and the players and the staff and wishes them all the best and everything, because he certainly didn't do that while he was there playing, did he?
Forced the error to put an end to it. Control.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who we sign, if we sign anybody this summer in real life, and who we bring in to strengthen and reinforce the team or what. Because if we're going for promotion next season, which is obviously was all the talk at the AGM from the new chairman and the owners and everything, and the manager, we're definitely going to need some boosting. There's definitely going to need to be some quality injected throughout the team in every position.
In hot pursuit.
And we need to get goals. I'm sorry to say it, but we definitely need to be...
Good determined running
need to get scoring. We need some scoring. We need some, outlook. Because if we don't score goals next season like we haven't this season, we're not going to get promoted. We need to be putting teams, in trouble in matches. We can't keep just scraping draws and stuff. Doesn't work.
It's intense, this.
But where are you going to go get a couple of, you know, 20, 30 goal season strikers at our level? And how much are they going to cost you if you do find them and they want to come? Right, let's make some changes. Have we got Marcus Dackers? You are a big lad. You can come on and play target forward, I think. Yeah, you're 6'7". You'll do, Dackers. You'll do. Right. Ben Cabango for Willie Boyle, who's playing a little bit complacent. Kyle Edwards for... I don't really want to replace any of them. Ben Watt for Horsfield, perhaps. Change there. Matthew Smith for Dele Alli. Don't have a right back on the bench. Again, for some reason, I'm doing very bad at getting right, because both my right backs are playing. One of them's playing at centre back, though. That doesn't help me. Team, when you pick a team like that, that does not help me. Lee Shaw deserves a goal. Well, he's going to need to work for it. Right. Give that a run. Can a lad who is 6'7" make an impact as a target forward in a game? And I'm going to say the answer to that is no. It's all over. 4-0. Okie dokie. Well, all those substitutions at the hour mark didn't really go on to make for good viewing, did they? Didn't really inspire anything. Okie dokie. Well, in that sense, results are results. We got 6 points, which is all I really wanted from today's video. Obviously, get 6 points, keep our league going. South Shields are right there with us. Our goal difference is good at the minute because we've had some good results. I always like to have a good positive goal difference. Let the assistant go and handle that. Yeah. Give him a bit of a praise. Who's that? Barnsley boss was looking at Lee Shaw. Well, keep looking. He's going nowhere. He's going nowhere. Because that boy Lee Shaw is one of our own. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Lee Shaw. He's one of our own. We're scouting Wales, we're scouting England, we're scouting Ireland, we're scouting Scotland. Scouts are out everywhere. Now we get a nice week of rest and training before we play Guiseley in our next league game, which I will be playing on stream, on Kick, sometime in the coming week. Just need to take stock of everything. So, ladies and gents, I hope you're enjoying things. I hope you're enjoying the progress we are making. Like I say, it'll be a little bit more interesting when we come back for the next video, because I'll have played quite a bit more of the season at that point, and there'll be obviously a lot more. We'll have a better picture of where we stand in the whole greater universe of football things. So that is my plan, is to get on with the save a bit, get September and October out of the way, come back for November for the next video for you guys, and then see where we go from there. And start thinking again what the plan will be to expand and keep building this club. I can't imagine back-to-back promotions are going to continue for too long. We might get promoted again this year, looking at the strength of the team. But then to go from the actual National League into League Two, that is going to be a bit of a push. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it as always. If you could, remember to click that like button for me. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I will see you all again very soon. But for now, from me, cwattye, cheerio, everybody. Get the double wave today. Cheerio.